What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another video. Now, during this week, I hit day 100 of my self-improvement journey. Now, this was obviously a very big milestone for me personally, and I just want to tell you exactly what I learned throughout these 100 days. Now, without further ado, let's get into it. So, the first thing that I just want to tell you is lower your expectations. Now, I know this may sound counterintuitive, like, why am I going to lower my expectations? I'm starting self-improvement, right? Well, it's for the reason that you're starting self-improvement, man. You don't want to have an expectation to have a six pack at the end of the month or to make $1 million by the end of the year. Lower your expectations, especially if you're first starting out on self-improvement. Because it's better to understand that any progress, no matter how small, will add up. Any progress is better than no progress at all. It's okay to lower your expectations as long as you're still meeting your goals. And that basically leads on to the second thing, which is to make a goal for yourself. I want you to make a goal, whether it be super high or whether it be down low. Because as I said before, any progress is better than no progress at all. When you make a goal, whether it be go to the gym, learn this, do that, you have to understand that it's okay to fail throughout this journey. I was nowhere near perfect when I started, especially my first month of self improvement. I had a lot of hiccups here and there, right? Messed up on this that week, messed up on that the next week. It's all right to fail because just know that at the end of the day, you're improving. And that leads on to point number three. And I do not want you to compare yourself to other people at all throughout your self improvement journey. I did this myself a lot, especially in the gym. I would be comparing myself to somebody who's been going to the gym for 10 years and might be taking steroids. Obviously, I'm not going to look like this guy who's been training for 10 years, which is more than half of what I've lived for. Don't compare yourself to other people because more likely than not, those people you're comparing yourself to have had a decade's worth of experience in what you're doing. You have to understand that you should compare yourself to the person you were the day before so as to not lose motivation. To be motivated, you got to remember the reward, right? The reward might be being that guy 10 years from now, but you don't want to compare yourself day one to what this guy's been doing for 10 years. If I'm starting in the gym, I'm not going to compare myself to Ronnie Coleman, Mr. Olympia, for 8 years in a row, right? I'm not going to compare myself to him. That's just not realistic, and it's not fair for you either to do that. And that leads on to point number four. You remember how I said you're going to fail, bro? That's point number four. You have to keep going, you have to keep pushing, regardless of the struggles that come your way. You have to keep pushing. You have to remember that you started for a specific reason. Whatever that reason is, you know what it is. And you have to keep going and remind yourself the motivation at the end of the tunnel. What's the goal? What's the reward that you're going to get? A good way to do this, to keep pushing, is to celebrate your small wins. The way I celebrated my small wins personally was when I made a certain point in my weight loss journey, I would post it on Instagram, right? I like flexing myself. I can't lie. I like showing off the work that I have done and the work that God made possible. I like to show it off. Sometimes I'll tell my friends, like, look at this, bro. I hit this goal on my YouTube channel. Look, look, look. I celebrate my small wins doing this, and it just reminds me to keep pushing forward to my other goals and to never give up. Now, already, just by following these four simple steps, your self improvement journey is going to be a whole lot easier than it was for me. I had to learn this. I'm just teaching you what I learned and how it can be 1,000 times easier for you personally. But a better way to stick on your self improvement without losing track completely is sometimes you need to take a step back. Self improvement gets hard and it gets difficult at times. I think somewhere along day 60 of my personal journey, I stopped. I stopped uploading for a week. I stopped posting on my TikTok for like 2 weeks. I stopped completely. I went back to old habits, video games all day, not working out, doing this, doing that. And I needed to take a step back and reassess where I was. I was like, this is not self improvement. This is not the idea, the goal that I had envisioned in myself. I took a step back and I went back to the drawing board. Literally, I went back to the drawing board. Let me show you something. You know how I stayed on track? By taking a step back. Look at this. You see this right here? This is my drawing board right here. My goals: recording the vid today, editing my video, increasing my dropship, and my big goal, which is to hit 1,000 subs by the end of the month. That's how I took a step back. I would write my goals down to make sure that I could envision a clear future, a clear reward at the end of the tunnel. Now, after this little break period that I had taken, and after I took my step back, I was stronger than I was at the end of those 60 days. Pushing on the last 40-day stretch to get to where I am right now, I was going a lot stronger, a lot harder, and a lot better than I ever was. It taught me that it's okay to take a break as long as it's not permanent and you know you still want to improve. Because at the end of the day, any improvement is better than none. There's an old belief that Japanese samurais go through, or that they learned. It's known as Kaizen. And what Kaizen is the belief that improving 1% every day will make you twice the man you once were on day 100. Improving 1% makes you twice the man you were on day 100. By following this belief and putting it and applying it to my own life, I can without a doubt say I am twice the man I was on day 100. In fact, I want to show you a little video of me before starting this journey. Yeah, not my proudest moment at all, high out of my mind right there. I was disconnected from reality, disconnected from my goals, and worst of all, I was disconnected from myself. I had no clear end goal or any clue who or what I wanted to be, who I wanted to become, and what I wanted to do. No idea. But when I had started my self improvement journey, I had three goals in mind that were going to help me become who I am right now. The first one being was to grow my discipline. I can without a doubt say right now, my discipline has grown a lot more than before. And if you yourself want to know how to grow your discipline, I posted a video about it on my channel. The second goal I had in mind was to just grow my social media presence. I wanted to grow a good habit that would allow me to properly juggle my school life and my personal life. And growing my social media was a good goal for that. And my third goal for the self improvement journey was that I wanted to inspire other men, other teenagers to do the same, to let them know that it was possible. I got a lot of comments throughout this journey that honestly, some of them kind of made me emotional, made me happy inside, made me feel good. Self improvement isn't just about improving yourself, but it's also about fulfilling yourself. The fulfillment I felt from reading some of my comments were absolutely amazing. I was like, on day one, I would have never gotten these comments. These comments of people saying, thank you, you've helped me so much. On day 100 of my self improvement journey, I reached these three goals. Now, my next goal is to reach a year of self improvement. I'm going to get three new goals, and I'll update you guys in around 200 days. So stick around. That's it for me, fellas. Peace out.